So professionalism matters, and sales and marketing are professions. So awards like this are good for both recognising achievement, but also raising the bar for everybody as well.
Yes, I agree. And I think what it does for us as an ecosystem play is that it helps raise the profile above all the noise. I think winning this award would mean to our ecosystem, which is both Recur and Alate, is recognition of the ecosystem working in harmony to drive the same outcome for the channel players. That includes the vendors, the partners, but also, most importantly, the customers.
Absolutely. And it's much harder to work in an ecosystem, but when you get it right, you really see the power of really coming together. And I think that's what we've done with Top Gun. And it would be great if we were to win this award to really showcase how you can do that successfully. Well, we're talking here about the Top Gun program itself, and we've talked a bit about that ecosystem. I think for me, seeing the impact that we have for our partners is the key thing, whether that's the 30-to-1 ROI, but also seeing how people come together to actually work as a team to learn and to win.
I think the biggest challenge working in an ecosystem is getting alignment of all the players, but I think it pays dividends and shows results.
Yeah, and it's just about then working out how do you work effectively together, because everybody is time poor and resource poor, and we need to really channel all of those efforts into that ecosystem effectively. The people are key. Obviously Martina and Susan in our respective teams really hold everything together. Data from Squadify talks about the 3 C's of high performing teams, which is clarity, climate and competence, and it's really important, I think, to think about those when we're building that team together. I don't want to not call you a rock star, Matt, because you are, but the data shows that a rock star team outperforms a team of individual rock stars, and I think that's the important piece when you think about people here.
Yeah, I agree. And if you think about all the various teams and all the various ecosystem players, that alignment towards a shared goal, a shared vision is absolutely vital to make sure everybody's pulling their weight in the right direction at the right time.
Yeah. Well, speaking for the partners that we've been working with on Top Gun, a big shift has been away from thinking about sales stages to thinking about the customer buying journey and the value that they need to bring to their customers and their businesses. And that starts with the sales process, but it goes right the way through, as I know you're really passionate about as well.
Yeah, and I think the biggest change is that customer success is no longer an option. If you really want to drive customer success, then it has to be built into the proposition from scratch.
Absolutely.
In terms of opportunities this year, I see further alignment of the ecosystem, more partners in the channel getting involved in an ecosystem play to deliver the right outcomes for their clients.
Yeah, nobody can win alone these days. I think there's also that shift in terms of there's still some discussion about IT as a cost versus IT as a strategic enabler, and coming back to really understanding the customer's business needs and therefore the value you can bring, I think also brings differentiation opportunities for that combined play.
Definitely, and I'd see an example of that going forward this year is our joint sell facilitation program with Cisco called Top Team. So it's an extension of the Top Gun program. And really what that does is align the partner sellers with the Cisco corporate sellers in a joined up sales motion to deliver the right outcomes for clients.
Yeah, and I think, building on that in terms of those opportunities, there's a big opportunity for leadership development so that the leaders can really lead from the front with that and set the right strategy, and then develop the high performing teams that need to deliver on that rather than simply high performing individuals.
Yeah, definitely. And in terms of technology this year, obviously everyone's going to probably say AI, but I think the context in how and when and where you use AI is really vital. So We see AI as a tool to equip the sellers to show up better informed, to work with their ecosystem partners in greater alignment so that they actually are working together to drive that shared outcome ultimately for the client.
Yeah, and I think that being able to look ahead, to be able to think and plan more strategically. The other area I'd love to see people leveraging more technology and different processes and flows is to look at how do we get away from this busyness culture, so it frees people up to be focusing on the right things, not just being busy.
Great.